From the third largest city in North America, Chicago, Illinois, it's The Drive with Mario Smith. I'm Mario Smith, and when I tell you this almost didn't happen, this almost did not happen. Welcome to the program, everybody. How you doing? I am shouting out my man Jay Gliss in Portland, Oregon. What's up, Gliss? How you feel today, sir?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm okay. I think I'm laggy, and not personally laggy. But since I talked to you last, some things happened. So I had to kind of blow something up and recreate it really fast.
I think I saw part of that happening in the little green room we
Yeah,
have.
you did. Yeah, you did. You saw me running around and connecting and reconnecting things. But we are back, as it were. And if it's dragging and lagging, let me know. That will be on me today.
I will
think.
monitor your connection, which looks good right now. So
Okay. Do I still look like I'm on CNN?
yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
important. I should probably turn all my devices off so that I'm not interrupted as I do this great show. And tell everybody right now in Chicago, the weather of a outbreak of fog has just happened, which frankly scared the hell out of me because I was standing outside and I'm like, what's burning? And I go, wait, there's nothing burning. It's fog. So it's very foggy here in Chicago today. And we're gonna do what we do. I feel like I can't hear myself. Okay, that's better. All right. So how are you?
I'm good. It's been a busy couple weeks. Just like it's been a little bit of a struggle from a work perspective, just because like I feel like every morning we've had appointments or something to do the last week or two, and this week's no different. We had some dentist appointments this morning, and then I have 2 physical therapies this week, and obviously the only time I can do it is in the morning, but then it feels like I'm taking away from time to prep for the show, so it kind of throws me off a little bit, but I'm good, all things considered.
Well, I'll make it easy for you today because in as much as I would love to carry about and carry on and stuff, and all that, really only a handful of things that are making me absolutely upset at the world. Chief among them, including but not limited to, this nonsense with the post office that we're going to talk about in a little while, and how they're not on board with being right. They are, and now they're being investigated. Well, investigated is a strong word. They're going to be brought into the House, I believe. House Democrats are like, why are you guys using trucks that burn gas? Why don't you consider an alternative source like electricity, like we talked about a couple of weeks ago? How hard is it? You're the post office. It's the perfect test to see how well electric vehicles work in the country. Your fleet should be electric. It shouldn't be ran on gas anymore. That's I don't get that. So we'll talk about that. And we're going to talk about Razor Ramon today. Oh, Scott Hall. It's going to be hard to do this show and not talk about Scott Hall and how amazing his character was on the what was it, NWO, and when he was with WWE, and that whole toothpick and just really slimy character, man. But he nailed it. He was really good, and by all accounts, he was a super good dude. So we will do that. Riyadh is like, "What's up, Mario? Hey, Riyadh, how are you?" Oh boy, I gotta get it. I'm not dressed properly. Riyadh is here, but you got on a nice sweater, Gliss. Look at you.
I don't know that it's nice.
It's nice. It's nice. It's nicer than what I look, man. I got on my Muhammad Ali shirt though.
I know. I love it.
Yeah, but you're dressed. No one told me that Riyadh was going to be here. I would have put on some proper gear.
Nah,
I probably wouldn't have put on any proper gear because I don't have any, and all my proper gear is for like, going out and stuff. I'm not going out today.
No, I'm kind of the same way. I'm not I'm a dress whatever makes you comfortable.
Yeah. Thing is though, when I travel, I like to, dress up.
Yeah, you take it up a notch when you're going to do something. Yeah. I do the same thing, but for the most part, I'm like hoodies half of the year, shorts half of the year.
Yeah, that's me too. William's here, Harper, and the next one is Katie. Okay, is here Marquise? Tay, my man, what's up? Riyadh said he likes the shirt. All right, fine. Thank you, sir. Melinda's in Virginia, London, Karim is Seth, Elizabeth in Maine, Clock is in California. Milo, the dog, is in Oregon in Gliss's house. Probably turning on it. I'm telling you, this dog is like Scooby Doo. It does all kinds of great things, and it cooks food, it talks, it Scooby snacks everything. Willie's in Mississippi, Tay-Tay's here in Illinois, Marquise is in Washington, and John is in Oregon as well. And I'm glad you all are here today because I'm super glad. I've been excited since I woke up. I hit Gliss early this morning. I'm like, this is going to be an epic show in a good way, not epic like Mario and Gliss got fired way, just in a good way. So I haven't seen Mark, and I haven't seen my man in Alabama lately.
Kobe?
Yeah.
Yeah, where's Kobe? I was thinking about that the other day.
Yeah. I like seeing them. That means we're doing okay when they pop up. I hope we didn't upset Kobe. I've ran so many people off. I just hope we didn't run off Kobe. That could be bad. But we got news, and before I get to the news, thank you all for watching. Thank you so much for being a passenger on the drive. Thank you all for supporting Backchannel. And if you want to catch us, we start early in the morning. And now that the times are all jacked up, you're up too. And by the way, we're not letting that time change fight die. No, we are not. I'm going to ask you to do something probably tomorrow with numbers and stuff so you can call your senator or your congressman and encourage them to support the bill that Senator Cory Booker is trying to get through Congress, along with a Republican senator he didn't name. I have to look at the bill to see exactly who it is. But you get up early, word. Okay, 6 a.m. Eastern time. Haley and Allison start our broadcast day. And then it's Liv Harrison at 8 Eastern. And then it's our friends Jam and Renee at 10 Eastern time. Sir Anthony Davis comes in at noon, and then your pal Hal at 2 Eastern. And then it's us, and then we go off the air. But then there's a special announcement that we're going to make to you. If you missed this yesterday, we'll tell you what's happening this week, where you can tune in after we go off the air. And it's not an extended version of the drive because I think Gliss is asleep at like 6 o'clock at night. So he won't be able to be there for you. I'm outside.
I hardly ever sleep.
That's neat.
I'm a night person, and when you're a night person, it's not good to have 4 kids because you don't have much of a choice whether you're also a morning person. So
I used to be a night person when I worked in the not-for-profit world, when I was doing a lot of stuff with literature and things of that nature. And even though I can't read on this show, I can actually read in real life. And I would be out all times of night, scouting bands and listening to people read poetry and all kinds of crazy here in town. And then as I've gotten out of that world and more into this one, I don't sleep. You should not be asleep. I woke up this morning at 4 o'clock fake time, and I'm like, okay, so it's really 3 a.m. real time. I'm going back to bed, and back to sleep I went. And then I woke up at 6 o'clock fake time, 6:30 fake time. I'm like, okay, I don't feel so bad because it's 5 o'clock real time.
It's all just too confusing.
And again, which is why I need more sleep. But we got news, man. Real quick, we'll do headlines, and then we'll come back and talk about some more things, including the stupid post office and why they should listen to me. A man suspected of stalking and shooting homeless people asleep on the streets of New York and Washington, D.C. was arrested early this morning. Police said at least 2 people were killed and 3 others were wounded in the attacks. The man is identified as 30-year-old Gerald Brevard. 2 law enforcement officials told the Associated Press. Brevard, who lives in the district, D.C., has a criminal history that includes an assault arrest, the officials said. He was in custody as of this morning. The officials were not authorized to publicly discuss the investigation and spoke on the condition of anonymity. Police in the 2 cities earlier released multiple surveillance photographs, including a close-up showing the suspect's face, and urged people who might know him to come forward. A tipster called police with information about his identity. And finally, climate change has already made allergy season longer and pollen counts higher, but you ain't sneezed nothing yet. See what I did? I didn't do that. I didn't write that. That was them. Climate scientists at the University of Michigan looked at 15 different plant pollens in the United States and used computer simulations to calculate how much worse allergy season will likely get by the year 2100. It's enough to make allergy sufferers even more red eyed. As the world warms, allergy season will start weeks earlier and end many days later, and it'll be worse while it lasts, with pollen levels that could as much as triple in some places, according to a new study today that was released in the journal Nature Communications. And those are the headlines at the top of the hour. We got a lot to cover today. We're going to talk about Scott Hall, the bad guy. We're going to talk about Dolly Parton, the gangster. Man, look, Dolly is a gangster. And going back into our chat, Isaac is here. It's his first time on the show. Welcome, Isaac. And Riyadh says, abolish it. And I know what you're talking about. The stupid time. Oh, yeah, Tay, you weren't here yesterday. So Cory Booker has a bill in Congress to make daylight savings time, this time, the time, and abolish the other time that we just ended, which I like more because it's that extra hour of sleep. And yeah, we want that. So we'll talk more about that maybe today, and we'll definitely be talking about it tomorrow. Candy is on the stream as well. Hey, Candy, and Sarah's here too. When we come back, we'll cover more things that are going on around the world. It's The Drive with Mario Smith here on Backchannel.tv, talking really fast on YouTube. And for those of you listening on your Amazon-supported devices, thank you so much. We'll be right back after these words. There it is, man. It is foggy in Chicago. The sun is out, though. And so with the sun is out, but the fog is everywhere. Cannot see too far through my neighborhood. I would tell you the name of the neighborhood, but some of you people might want to come to Chicago and visit and hang out and stuff. And
I do.
don't know. Oh, you? Okay, I live in Hyde Park. I'll tell you. Oh, man, did I say that out loud? Oh, crap. Yeah, I'm in Hyde Park. Oh, man. Look,
I like fog.
The problem is, though, here in the city, fog means stay in the house because there's always some ambitious, low-grade criminal trying to make a name for himself in the fog. Happens all the time, man. And if I have to walk somewhere in this weather, I always stop every few, like, businesses of people that I know, and it's kind of like, I just want to see who's walking around besides me. Because like it's not so bad where you can't see who's walking, and it's very elevated, the fog, but it's just very foggy. Like there are high rises all around me, and I can't see anything. But I could see on the ground. But that could be a thing later. I hope not, because when I leave here, I have a thing I gotta go to. And if I could go behind the curtain just a little bit, Gliss, I hope people don't get upset. If you're watching this show, I want you to know that we're making improvements as we go. We're learning as we go. We're doing things, changing things around, adding, subtracting, things like that. So I have a new addition, this camera. It's new. And Gliss says I look like I'm on CNN, which makes me feel fancy and pretty. But we're also working on how you see the show and adding, again, like I said, adding some things to it. So bear with us. We are developing this product for you so that you can enjoy it better and so that we can give you the full, you know what I mean? We want to make it really, really good for you. So Gliss and I are talking a lot about how to do those things. And as soon as I figure something out, we'll start implementing them. But first and foremost, how you see us and how you hear us is very important. And we are working on making that part of it better. I promise you, up until 2 minutes before the show, I was tweaking things. I wasn't tweaking. I'm good. But I mean, I was tweaking parts of the show.
I hope not.
No. You'll know if I'm tweaking because I'll take myself off of camera like this. I'll just be like, nope, I'm not doing it. There you go. And then I'll pop back on like, whoop, I'm together now. I'll leave it up to you. So you should be on watch if I ever go tweaking. Start tweaking. But yeah, man, listen. I mean, for real, if Glistle vouch for me, we've been talking about it. I wanted to make this better for everybody. So, you've been hanging out with us this long. We appreciate it. And to think, this is episode what, 36, 37,
38, I think, isn't it?
39, 50, something. Been doing this for a minute, but not a long time at all. And we really, 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 honest to God, appreciate it because we work hard at it. So it's episode 38, by the way, sir. Thank you. I said 37, didn't I?
Yeah, you said 37.
Yeah.
It usually just sticks in my head for that day. That's the only reason I was like, it's 38.
And then I forget about it soon after the show. And then when in the morning when I'm doing doing my prep, I'm like, man, that's 38. Ooh, geez, we're on our way. So yeah, I guess we'll do something special at 50.
And we've had a couple good ones.
We've had some really good ones. I think, thinking about it, the one that I liked the most was the Dr. King Day show.
That was good.
How we ended it and let him speak, let him end. I love that.
My mom liked that. My mom
really
liked that one. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Gliss's mom is the best. All of the moms here are so cool. Everybody's mom is like very nice.
There should be like a separate Backchannel get together with just all the moms.
Well, let's not do that because they may take our jobs. I don't want them stealing my gig.
That's true.
Like I think Travis's mom will definitely take my job, and I think Hal's mom will definitely take my job. No. And along with us trying to make things better and stuff, just hang with us, man, and tell people about us. We really want folks to, and not just us, but Backchannel.tv. We really want you to get in your mind that this is appointment television and or not really television, but appointment internet stuff. This is my internet mechanic that I use. Let's talk about something real quick here. So a couple of weeks ago, maybe a week ago, again, because of the stupid time change, I don't know what day it is anymore. We talked about the United States, and I'm not joking. I asked somebody today, is it Tuesday? And they're like, are you okay? And I'm like, no, I'm not. We talked about how the States Postal Service has a plan to completely redo their fleet of trucks, and they don't want to go electric. And they're going to be mostly gasoline-powered vehicles. Here's what's happening today. This is from the Associated Press. Democrats on the House Oversight Committee are seeking an investigation into a U.S. Postal Service plan to replace its aging mail trucks with mostly gasoline-powered vehicles. The plan largely ignores White House calls to replenish the mail service fleet with electric vehicles and has drawn sharp criticism from the Biden administration, Democratic lawmakers, and environmentalists who say it falls short of President Joe Biden's goals to address climate change. In a letter Monday, Democrats on the oversight panel asked the agency's inspector general to investigate whether the Postal Service complied with the National Environment Policy Act and other laws when awarding a 10-year contract to Wisconsin-based Oshkosh Defense to supply up to 165,000 new mail trucks. Only 10% of the initial order will be for EVs, electric vehicles. The remaining 90% will use traditional gasoline-powered engines. So here's what I'm thinking. Hear me out. You're the United States Postal Service, right? We're in a situation where our climate is in peril, right? As long as my finger, which I just hit on my microphone. Our climate is in peril. You're the United States Postal Service. Wouldn't it be wise to see just how valuable electric vehicles could be on a large scale. And if you've got 165,000 plus vehicles, why only 10% of that? I'm not saying, and for all I know, maybe it's a bad idea for the post office to go electric. But you're not getting the mail to me any quicker now using gasoline. Why don't you just go electric and let's see what happens? Not only that, it's an excellent way to study electric vehicle use in this country and if it works and how it affects our environment. And what I mean, what better way to do it? You got 165,000 plus trucks. You can make it happen overnight. You can have results as to how it's going and how it's working. And also in those rural areas, that gives those folks a chance to get electric vehicles because you'll have charging stations there. Come on. Hey, USPS, you should have fired that guy. What was his name? The something. Deploy, crap on a cracker. What was his name? I can't remember his name, but whatever his name was, should have fired him when Biden became president. And to get someone in there that's a little bit more forward thinking and make it so. Electric vehicles for the United States Postal Service changes the game. Think bigger. The zeal of people with this oil. This is why we're in the mess we're in and have been in for centuries. Tired of, I mean, it's 2022. I'm on the TV. Come on, let's go. Think about it. Are you getting your mail any quicker, Gliss, with gasoline-powered trucks from the post office? Are you looking for a package right now? I'm looking for a package right now. I ain't coming up quicker.
I feel like we always have something delivered to the house, like all the time.
Well, I mean, I'm not getting it any quicker. I mean, I guess I'm getting it as quick as I should get it. But it just come on. It seems like such an easy fix. It doesn't seem that hard. Can we ask the folks on the screen? DeJoy, thank you, Scott. I knew his name wasn't crap on a cracker. I was just kind of pushing it. I mean, Tay, I'm sorry, sir. Jeff is here. He's in Washington State, and Bill's here too, and Candy and Sarah. So I would like to ask the room, should the United States Postal Service go full EV on their new fleet of vehicles? You can type in yes or no at YouTube in the chat there. On your Amazon supported device, you can say the word, hey, Frida. It's not Frida, I know that. You can say, hey, Frida, can you answer? I'd like to answer the question or get in the chat. And if you're on backchannel.tv, you can leave your answer yes or no. And you can also leave a review about the show. That would be nice. And I go full yes on the electric vehicles. So far this week, we've changed the world twice. Electric vehicles, yes, and stop screwing around with the clocks. We're 2 for 2. COVID's still here. Did you guys know? Has anyone need a reminder? The goal was to vaccinate 70% of the world against COVID, but scientists are proposing a reboot. When it comes to vaccinating people in middle and lower income countries against COVID-19, some global health advocates say it's time for a serious rethink. Quote, we seem to have lost perspective as to what the major goal of vaccines is and where they are going to yield the greatest public health benefit, said Shabir Mahdi, a prominent vaccine researcher at South Africa's University of Witwatersrand, South Africa. That's the great. Specifically, Mahdi argues that governments in countries that still have low vaccination rates should shift their attention to vaccinating those who are most vulnerable to severe disease from the coronavirus. That means people age 50 and above, or those with health conditions that put them at particular risk. The aim, says Mahdi, should be to get 90% or more of people in this category vaccinated. So, okay, I can fix this too, I think. If there's only 70% of people in the world that are vaccinated and 90% is the goal, the United States is sitting on a ton of vaccines that they're not going to use. Now's the time to put your weight onto helping out the world. get the vaccines to the countries that need them, keep enough here in case something bad happens. Even trade, call it a day. Boom, bam, done. See, Bliss, I got this, man. Easy stuff. Man, best show ever. With that in mind, the COVID rates in China are rising, and it's very concerning. The COVID spike in Europe could signal an increase in the United States, and it is going up exponentially. Once again, coronavirus cases are surging in several European countries, potentially signaling that the U.S. will soon experience another spike as well. Several factors are likely at play, including relaxed mitigation measures, the spread of the BA2 variant, and waning vaccine protection. Cases are still plunging in America, and hospitalizations are at their lowest level since last summer. As we learned over and over again, the virus can still come surging back. However, previous infections and vaccinations will likely prevent most cases from becoming severe if there's another wave. Keep your mask on you. I know when I take a Lyft or an Uber, I keep my mask. I mean, you have to wear your mask in a drive share car, and I just keep it on me because I don't trust people like that. Americans, to my point, Americans' emotional and physical health is bouncing back, along with record confidence about life returning to normal as mask mandates are abandoned, according to the latest installment of the Axios Ipsos Coronavirus Index. 2 years after the start of the pandemic, the nation is ready to move on, even as disinformation at home and a resurgence of cases in Europe, driven by the BA2 variant, point to challenges on the horizon. 64% of survey respondents now favor federal, state, and local governments lifting all COVID-19 restrictions up 20 percentage points, since early February. But 3 in 4 say they'd go back to masking if infections increase again where they live. So we asked one question about the electronic vehicles, and Tete says, yes, the USPS should be investing in EVs. So now I'm going to ask another question. Are you still wearing your mask? Are you still wearing your mask? Backchannel.tv, YouTube, and your Amazon-supported device. Are you still wearing your mask? Wear your mask. Word. Bliss, you could join me on this one because this is a special moment here on the show where we are about to tell everybody some good news. I guess I'm on my own. Fine, I'll do it. Bliss abandoned me. No. Hey, buddy. It's good to see you. This Thursday, as you well know, Bliss, is St. Patrick's Day. Were you aware of that? They celebrate that in they celebrate that in Oregon?
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, they do.
I'm sorry. That. Of course they do. Where don't they? Look, let me tell you something. Man. They celebrate St. Patrick's Day in the hood, so I know they celebrate it in Oregon.
What place in America? That might be a better question.
what place in America
doesn't celebrate any holiday that revolves around drinking?
There isn't such
or
a
at
place.
least is not that that's the origin of the holiday. I'm just saying that's what we think of when we think of St. Patrick's Day. That's what people are really going out for.
I think, like I said yesterday, all I remember of the St. Patrick's Days that I remember is being downtown in a shirt and tie, back then doing telemarketing and getting smashed before 10 o'clock in the morning. Get there at like 8:30, 9:15. We're already out the office. The day is over. Chicago is the worst. Oh, man, I forgot to get those pictures for you, Bliss. I'll have them. St. Patrick's Day hasn't happened yet. I got you. Oh, wait till you see these drunk people, man. It's majestic. But anyway, that's not why you called. So we all know it's St. Patrick's Day. And after you've celebrated responsibly and you've sat down to a nice meal and you got your equilibrium back, tune in to Backchannel for a debut special at 8 p.m. Eastern. It is the premiere of Bedtime Stories. If you're not familiar with Bedtime Stories, it's on the Volley app, and it's really good. It's a dope show. And it's for story lovers and storytellers. And Stephen Cosgrove will be here, and he will be sharing one of his favorite St. Patrick's Day stories. And he'll be sharing that with parents, and you can bring your kids along for that as well. There's a quiz at the end, and we quiz at the end. And I'm not going to do what I did yesterday. Gather the kids around, find your smart device or be on your computer or what have you, and say it to your smart device, open back channel, and enjoy this new addition to the back channel family. And a happy St. Patrick's Day to you and yours.
Nailed it.
Thank you. I had to just reflect on how good that did. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Um, you might not remember this, but Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas, who's a problem, his wife, Jenny Thomas, is a bigger problem. She says she attended the January 6th riot, but she left before it turned into a riot. I don't believe that at all. She says she attended the I'm sorry, Thomas, a well-known conservative activist, said she attended the Stop the Steal rally held at the Ellipse in the morning, but got cold and left before former President Trump's speech, where he told his supporters they should fight like hell to disrupt the Electoral College vote count. Thank you, that was my Trump. What she's saying, I was disappointed and frustrated that there was violence that happened following a peaceful gathering of Trump supporters on the Ellipse on January 6th, Thomas told the Washington Free Beacon. Quote, there are important and legitimate substantive questions about achieving goals like electoral integrity, racial equality, and political accountability that a democratic system like ours needs to be able to discuss and debate rationally in the political square. I fear we are losing that ability. Thomas said that she, quote, played no role with those who were planning and leading the January 6 events. There are stories in the press suggesting I paid or arranged for buses. I did not. There are other stories saying I mediated feuding factions of leaders for that day. I did not. She also addressed whether her beliefs create a conflict of interest for her husband. Like so many married couples, we share many of the same ideals, principles, and aspirations for America, but we have our own separate careers and our own ideas and opinions too. Clarence doesn't discuss his work with me, and I don't involve him in my work. She was at the rally, Joe, and she didn't leave no time soon. She stayed long enough to know everything that was going to go down. Stop it, lady. Just stop it, lady. You're lying. She was there. Come on. Give me a better one than that, ma'am. You were there. It's okay. You were there. And you probably did get some buses because that's been the story for a while. Uber and Lyft are adding fuel surcharges to rides as gas prices surge nationwide. And I noticed it as early as yesterday that my ride cost like $1 more than it normally does. Uber and Lyft customers are paying a bit more for rides this week, as both companies have announced they're adding a temporary surcharge to deal with the rise in gas prices nationwide. In a statement to NPR, where the story comes from, Lyft said the company is asking its riders to pay what it's calling a temporary fuel surcharge. All the money from that will go directly to its drivers. We've been closely monitoring rising gas prices and their impact on our driver community, a company spokesperson said for Lyft. The company did not specify how much riders would be expected to pay on future trips. Lyft's move follows a similar one by the biggest competing rideshare service, Uber, which announced last week it would charge or add a surcharge on Uber trips and Uber Eats for the next 60 days. After that, the company will reassess its plan. Quote, we know that prices have been going up across the economy, so we've done our best to help drivers and couriers without placing too much additional burden on consumers, Uber said in a statement. Uber customers will pay a surcharge of either 45 to 55 cents on each trip, while Uber Eats deliveries will include a surcharge or a charge of 35 cents or 45 cents on each order, depending on their location. Drivers will receive 100% of that money directly, the company said. Well, why don't I just give it to the driver then? Why don't I just tip him myself instead of relying on you guys to do it? Whatever. Hey, Gliss, are you familiar with potassium iodide?
No.
All right. If I told you potassium iodide is about to be the new toilet paper, would you? Well, you won't know until I tell you. But trust me, it's about to happen. So, as I'll tell you what potassium iodide is first. So, your thyroid, right? Potassium iodide will protect your thyroid from having radioactive material on your thyroid. So as Russia's assault on the Ukraine continues, fear of radioactive fallout from accidental or intentional attacks on Ukraine's nuclear plants or from the use of a nuclear bomb has triggered surging demand for potassium iodide pills. In such an event, there's the frightening risk of large amounts of radioactive iodine or radioiodine being released into the atmosphere, which can be breathed into lungs as well as contaminate water, soil, plants, animals, everybody, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Although potassium iodide itself isn't harmful and is an important chemical that's needed by the human body, the CDC says radioactive iodide can harm the thyroid, a butterfly-shaped gland in the front of the neck that produces many of the hormones that regulate the body. The danger is that if radiation exposure occurs, the thyroid gland can't distinguish between regular iodine and radioiodine and will absorb both. Too much exposure can lead to thyroid cancer. When used as directed, potassium iodide approved for sale in the United States. When used as directed, potassium iodide in liquid or pill form can quickly saturate the thyroid gland and prevent it from absorbing radioactive iodine. Large manufacturers of potassium iodide approved for sale in the United States have seen their inventories rapidly depleted in recent weeks, coinciding with Russia's invasion of the Ukraine. As supplies in the market dry up, price gouging has set in. On eBay, 4 boxes of ThyroSafe potassium iodide tablets were listed for $132.50 on Monday. Another listing for a box of IOSAT 130 milligram pills was selling for $89.95 each. The 14-pack box of the IOSAT tablets made by Anbeck sell for $13.99 on the manufacturer's website. So if you are worried, and Anbex is out of stock of them. So if you're ever worried about nuclear fallout, potassium iodide pills will prevent you from ingesting radioactive iodine. Dr. Mario strikes again. Gliss, thank you very much. Look at me. I did it again. Yeah, so get radioactive iodine pills.
All right.
Not radioactive iodine pills, potassium iodide pills. You don't want the radioactive kind. Yeah, I tried. Sheldon has joined the stream. Hello, Sheldon and Dakota. Alex says hi. Hi. John says hi. What's up? Charles is here for the first time. He's in North Carolina. And Sonu is here along with Christian. Thank you all for joining the drive. When we come back, we'll have our community report, and it will be fun. We're going to make it a lot of fun because there's a lot going on in the community. We're also going to update you about the homeless shooter in New York and D.C. That's all coming up next on The Drive. You're watching Backchannel.tv. Welcome back to The Drive on Backchannel.tv, YouTube, and on your Amazon-supported device. My name is Mario. How you doing? And it's time for our community report. To report 2 things going on in the community. By the way, Gliss, our friend Von Rent is back. If you are able to see Fun Rent?
I am.
Yeah, Fun Rent. Don't click on that if you folks are on YouTube. Don't click that. I have a feeling that thing will do all kinds of stuff to your stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think you want to mess with that.
No.
Anytime you don't know what a link is, it's best to probably just stay away from it.
That's the general idea. Just don't do it. If we're not telling you to do it, don't do it. Because that would be bad. A man suspected of stalking and shooting homeless people asleep on the streets of New York City and Washington, D.C. was arrested this morning. His name is Gerald Brevard. He's 30 years old. The police in Washington, D.C. did an amazing job of capturing this gentleman walking around all over the place and his face, a clear picture of his face. And in talking about this story yesterday, we talked about the fear that the homeless community should have, and what kind of psychopath is this guy? One of the things I was very surprised about, and I mean this in every measure, is that they didn't kill him. I'm super surprised that he lived or lives to tell another story about what he did. I am very curious to hear what happened or why he did what he did. Very curious. I'm still here, Gliss. I'm watching this thing drag on. It's not me. It's me. Okay, here we go. It's becoming increasingly difficult. After this is from Denver. After dispatching mental health teams instead of police officers to certain 911 emergency calls, the city of Denver is proclaiming their pilot program a huge success and expanding it significantly. Since June of 2020, the Support Team Assisted Response, STAR, has deployed medical and behavioral health clinicians to respond to over 2,200 low-risk calls reporting trespassing, intoxication, or mental health crises involving poverty, homelessness, or addiction. And all that time, STAR teams called for police backup due to a safety issue, according to their January report. That's crazy. So they've never had to call cops to help them solve this crime or any crime. Do they have anything like that in Oregon? Because I know they don't have anything like that here in town, in Chicago.
No.
They talk about it, but they won't do it.
Yes, it's kind of the same thing here. It's been talked about, but I don't think it's necessarily something like that has been implemented yet.
I think that would be awesome.
Seems like it's working there.
It does, and it also seems like it would work anywhere. You don't. I think you have to. I'm trying to. I want to be honest when I say this. The police cannot stop someone that is having a mental breakdown. They can stop them, and usually where they stop them is that they enforce their weight upon them. But if you're sending out a team of people who are trained to do this sort of thing, you have the results that you have in Denver. I think that's an awesome story and an awesome idea. Why not make that a thing? There's so much work to do in this country. It's a lot. It's a lot. And from time to time, just to lighten the mood here, we like to talk to you about people winning stupid amounts of money on accident. Dennis Moore of Aden, North Carolina, is one of those people. He walked into a store to buy some lemonade, and he walked out with a $250,000 ticket from a scratch-off. He's 36 years old. He's a machine operator, and he told lottery officials that something pushed him to buy a lottery ticket, so he settled on the $5 20 times the cash scratch-off ticket. I had to turn the light on in my truck to make sure I was seeing it right. I was so happy my hands started shaking. Moore collected his prize on Friday. If I look happy for him, I am, yay. Which added up to $146,402 after state and federal taxes. Moore said that he's going to use the money to buy a new house for himself and his 2 children. That's nice. The 20 times the cash scratch off ticket was started in February with 4 chances for players to win the $250,000 top prize. 2 tickets with the top prize have yet to be claimed. All right, look, let me get a little closer to you. I am so tired of not winning the lottery.
Me
I'm
too.
going to change that. How in the hell did he just go in? Something pushed me to buy a ticket, and he bought a ticket for $5 and got $250,000, $146,000 after taxes.
If I'm gonna win though, I want to be greedy. I want to get the big one.
At this point, if I win the $5 I spent back, I'd call that a big one.
I actually did. Every once in a while, I'll get a scratch off or something, and that's kind of my philosophy as well. And I actually, the other day, I happened to buy some, and I got my $10 back, and I was like, at least I didn't waste the $10, I guess.
Right, and that's kind of where I'm at. Like, oh boy, I won it back, and I feel like I can probably buy some more tickets. But there was a time when I would buy like tickets. And
it kind of depends on how much it is. Like if it's like 300 million, it's like you kind of have to just spend the $2 and buy a ticket just in case. It's like,
right.
It's like I'm not gonna win, but I'd feel stupider if I didn't buy a ticket when it's $500 million. Like
it's kind of pointless then, because I mean nobody's gonna win that. Then the most you get will be like what you spend. But, I wish I'd have known, man. I would have been more diligent in my lottery ticket accidental money buying ways by now. I would have really figured it out and done so much better at it. But here we are again talking about a dude that just, I want some lemonade. He goes to the store, I should buy one of these lottery tickets. And he buys a stupid ticket, and what happens? Boom. Brand new life for him and his kids. I think that's the coolest part.
Yeah, no, that's that's the hope. I think most people, if you were in that position, is like you think about the things that you could do for the people around you and stuff like that.
Yeah, no need to be a schmuck. Take care of you. First of all, take care of your children. Start that college fund, Lucky Lemonade, and get in there and do what you got to do. But just I think what grinds my gears is that these people are like, something. I walked I hit my head on my bedpost in the morning. And I said, I'm gonna go buy a lottery ticket, and then to get $6 million.
If I ever win, I'm just gonna make up the most ridiculous story.
Oh boy, it's gonna be a good one. I got a couple in mind. I'm not gonna even try to screw around. I went to the bathroom and I turned on the water in the faucet. And it made the form of a dollar sign. And I said, hey, I'm going to go buy a lottery ticket. And then I went down there and I won $60 billion. Oh, God. Well, congratulations to that gentleman on his big win. I'm happy for him. I can't act like I'm not. I mean, I didn't win, but I'm happy for him. That's nice. Hey, we or am I missing something? No, I'm not. We kind of rolled some of this stuff out a little bit earlier and went a little bit quicker than I wanted. Can I just share some things with you that you probably didn't know?
Yeah.
Oh always. Boy, listen. Here we go. Did you know that the best time to buy an airline ticket is 70 days before you use it? But what if it's an emergency? I can't go. I gotta wait.
This is not economically sound.
That is crazy. 18% of Americans are affected by anxiety disorder each year by a variety of anxiety disorders.
I believe that for sure.
Yeah, man. Welcome to my world. 38% of women surveyed said that, and me and Gliss did the surveys. 38% of women surveyed say they're trying to cut back on gossiping. No, they're not. Stop it. Not the women I know. Lemons contain more sugar than strawberries. Okay, I am not in this.
I already know which one you're looking at. So
yeah, 31% of guys have borrowed deodorant from their girlfriend.
That's not right.
It was not right, but maybe back in the day I might have.
Yeah.
Before I was savvy enough to bring a travel bag.
I would just
Run.
yeah, well I mean that's the thing. That's the thing. If you need it, you know.
Yeah, by all means, do it.
Yeah.
Wow, I think I have done that.
Not ideal.
No, but I think I've done it though.
I want my own deodorant. I don't need other people touching my deodorant. I don't want to be bothering someone else's deodorant. But
Yeah, I got a thing. You can't.
if you're in a situation,
That's what we refer to it as. If you're in a situation, I've been in situations, buddy. I tell you. Boy, I cannot wait to meet you up close and personal. Just tell you some of the most ridiculous things. I almost cursed. Some of the most ridiculous things that have happened to me in my life. Where that number 5 question there or thing, yeah, I just thought about it. 15% of people in a sleep study survey said they have been known to fall asleep in the bathroom at work.
nope.
No. What are you doing?
I'm not in that 15%.
No, not in the bathroom. Hold on. I've had an extensive work career. Let me think. Have I ever fallen? I have indeed done it. But it was because the night before I was out acting like I was rich and I probably had too much. And then you can't become it's a bathroom.
That sounds awful.
It
That's
is
like
hard.
I mean, that's how you know you've like hit the
rock bottom
for that particular night or day or whatever.
Yeah.
Where it's like if you find yourself like on the floor of a bathroom, then yeah, you have put yourself in a bad position.
By the way, CNN is reporting that Shalonda Young is the first Black woman to lead the White House budget office after her Senate confirmation. Congratulations to Shalonda Young. Despite being asked by their parents to do this for their own good, 19% of kids don't floss. Over 40% of us always add salt at mealtime. I don't do that.
No.
I
try to stay away from. Well, I love salt, so I mean, I like soy sauce a lot. It's like one of my favorite condiments, but salt's bad for you. So I'm always trying to tell my kids, like Jack, he's always trying to pour salt on everything. Like, it's not good. It's gonna catch up with you.
I got rid of table salt. I got rid of sea salt. I only use kosher salt, and there's a brand of kosher salt that
Kosher
if
salt's
you
my
put
favorite.
Oh, it's the best. But if you put too much of this particular brand of kosher salt, it ruins everything. So it actually is giving me the incentive to be even more careful when I, salt stuff. But salt in general, bad idea. Bad idea. Bad idea. Delicious. It enhances meals,
Oh, yeah.
no doubt. But,
yeah, you got to have a little bit of seasoning, but I
Yeah.
kind of figure if someone's cooking besides myself, I'm assuming that I'm not gonna need to add salt to it.
You would hope. But I
I
mean,
would hope, yeah.
like when I was working in a restaurant, I noticed that my blood pressure had went sky high, and I was watching how they made my food, and they were just it looked like a snowstorm was coming out their hand. I'm like, why so much salt? Please, no more salt. Which didn't help because they would then put a little salt in it anyway. But you got to be careful. Salt. Everybody be careful. 51% of people who have these have a sunroof or convertible top and have never used them. Are you kidding me?
That's kind of silly.
Come on, man. If I got a sunroof or convertible, it's getting used. Stop it. That's unbelievable.
During the summertime, I love having the we have a Honda Odyssey, like one of the nice minivans, and it has a little sunroof in it. Like during the summertime, if we're heading out to go camping or something, that thing's always open.
Man, I'm chilling. Wheels fall off. You better know it. I'm doing it. Alyssa's joined us, my friend, along with Taylor. Jess is in North Carolina. Alyssa, by the way, is in Connecticut. Taylor's also. Oh, we're big in North Carolina today. Taylor's in North Carolina. KK's in Mississippi. I'm big in the South. Wouldn't you know it? Lily Bell's in Florida. Carol and Jess and Stacy are here too. How did I get big in the South? Am I big in the South?
I mean, we need I feel like Kobe, if he would show up again, he's like the Backchannel Southern representative. It seems like
He might be out there telling people to come
pull
listen to
some
us.
weight. Yeah.
Yeah, my man. Thank you. I'm a little stunned that that's happening. I like it. I'm not against it. Just wow, the South. I never would have thought. My experience in the South was terrible, so I didn't think anybody cared about me. If any of you happen to listen to me,
and there's Alabama showing up right there as we speak about the South.
Oh, really? Yeah, it's Carolyn in Alabama. Hi, Carolyn. How you doing? If any of you ever heard my voice on the radio in South Carolina, and you happen to be listening, then God bless you, because that was the worst radio job I've ever had in my life. Ooh-wee. That was horrible. When we come back, however, we'll do some headlines, and we will give you some entertainment news, and then we will have the Dylan T. Pickles Sports Report. Gotta change. I forgot to change the name. We'll have the Dylan T. Pickles Sports Report with our man Dylan T. Pickles. I swear I want a Dylan T. Pickles hat. I gotta get a hat. I gotta get something with his face on it. So
I'm on it. I'm working on it.
Oh, when people look at me here in Chicago, they're gonna be like, "Dude, why do you have a really high pickle on your hat, man?"
Maybe I can get Backchannel to just put that in as an expense.
A Dylan T for everybody. Everybody should have Dylan.
It seems necessary to the show.
So if I had to pick the people who would wear it, I believe Hal would wear it. Of course, Hal would wear it. I believe we could convince. We would have to
probably like he'd probably like one of those.
He'd want a hat and a T-shirt. He want like the whole. He probably want Dylan T. Pickles to come to his house and stand next to him. That would be great. And I think we could get Sir Anthony Davis to do it. We would probably have to really give him like a really nice, like, side gift. Like, sir, if you please do this, we will make sure we don't bother you ever again. Just wear this hat. And I'm betting that's it. I don't think Jam and Renee are gonna wear it. Jam might wear it though. He's a pretty cool dude. Renee might wear it too. You think Liv Harrison wears the hat? No. Liv Harrison has beautiful hair. She wants everybody to see it. She's not wearing that hat. And we would have to send the hat to Haley and Allison in the UK. And they would have to send back an Arsenal hat for me. And I guess we could get your brother-in-law a Tottenham Spur hat.
Well, behind the scenes, there's now a scheduled, like a meetup.
I saw that. I'm excited.
So maybe that should just be our only point of business. We just hop in there for a minute and just ask who wants a Pickles hat.
Who's gonna wear this hat if we get this hat to you? Who wears it?
That's all we got time for. But we just want to know.
In the hour we have to spend with you, we're gonna take 50 minutes to ask who wants to wear this hat. I think Rob would wear it.
Yeah.
Robert would wear it. Riyadh will not wear that hat. Because if I'm not mistaken, Riyadh also has beautiful hair and does not want it messed up. I only have my hat on today because I just felt like it with my I'm okay, everyone. I just felt like it went with the shirt. It's time to take a break. Oh wow, we're already late. It's time to take a small break. When we come back, we'll have the headlines and we will provide you with the entertainment report and then the Dylan T. Pickles Sports Report. It's the last hour approaching of the drive on Backchannel.tv. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody, to the drive here on Backchannel.tv, YouTube, and all your Amazon supported devices. My name is Mario. We are here together. I am in Chicago, Illinois, saying hi to you and your families and your everybody. This is hour two of the drive, and in the second hour of the show, we've got things to do, and we will talk about all those things. Um, and I'm being texted by a most wonderful person, and I'm just trying to make sure I don't mess this up. Um, and joining me to make sure I don't mess things up for Portland, Oregon, is my man Jake Bliss. What's up, Bliss? How you doing? Good afternoon, sir.
How's it going?
Hey, man, it's great. I haven't seen you in about 20 minutes.
You have, man. We were just talking. I know we just ended the hour talking about Dylan T. Pickles. I just had a great experience going to their website because you think the pictures are good. You should see them in action on their website because it's just like literally a running video with about 80% Dylan T. Pickles just out on the town doing his thing.
Oh, we got it.
And it was quite. Yeah, we can pull it up. Yeah.
Can you pull it up real quick?
Yeah,
is that possible?
Give me just a minute here, but it was definitely very exciting for me to see him in full live action.
Oh yeah, because look, for folks who don't know, you're about to find out. Dylan T. Pickles is the unofficial official mascot of this show and the mascot of the Pickles, a minor league baseball team. Dylan T. Pickles is all action and excitement, no joking. He was held hostage and survived. Here we go. There he is. There's my man. Where's he going? Why did he run off?
Oh, he'll be back. He'll be back.
Okay, so the Portland Pickles are, as you can see. Oh, there he is. Hey, yo, that's my man. Doing oh, wow.
I don't know what's going on there.
That's really, wow, that's odd. Oh, goodness. Okay, here goes the Pickles.
Riding a motorcycle.
Dylan T. Hey, there he goes. Oh, he's cool with all the mascots. My man.
Yeah, he's
amazing. He serves food. He does it all. He directs bands. He dances. He gambles. It could be hard to eat that, bro. And this is where he was when he got kidnapped. He wears a nice suit. Is he DJing too? Oh, Dylan T. Pickles is
doing a little bit of everything.
Lee. Look at him go. Drives a truck. We are going to get Dylan T. Pickles on this show, and we're going to get hats for everybody for the Portland Pickles.
Oh man, that's good.
Yeah, that took my breath away too. I love it. I love it. I want to do the headlines real quick. Some very disturbing news coming from my hometown, from here in Chicago, Illinois. The last year, a 13-year-old boy was killed by the Chicago police, and today, Cook County State's Attorney Kim Fox said that no charges will be filed against the police officer who chased and shot 13-year-old Adam Toledo. And another police officer shot and killed a 22-year-old man by the name of Anthony Alvarez within days of each other, prompting sharp criticism of how the department handles foot pursuits. Kim Fox said that there was insufficient evidence to charge the officers in the deaths, which were captured on video that showed both suspects appearing to have handguns prior to the shootings. That is super debatable. And I mean, it's super debatable about Adam Toledo for sure. And I'm just thinking of the video in my head, and he's more scared than he is tough. The public release of the videos in April of 21 renewed calls for reform of the Chicago Police Department, which for decades has had a reputation for brutality, misconduct, and racism. And it came with videos of police confrontations put departments around the country under heavy scrutiny, especially after the footage from 2020 that helped lead to the murder, conviction, and the death of George Floyd. Drug maker Pfizer is expected to request authorization this week for an additional COVID-19 booster dose for seniors, according to a person familiar with the matter. It would add a fourth dose to the regimen, currently a primary series of 2 shots, followed months later by a booster dose, in an effort to provide maximum protection to the over 65 population that has been hit hardest by the pandemic. The Food and Drug Administration and the Centers for Disease Control would have to approve the request. The person who spoke about the upcoming Pfizer authorization request spoke on the condition of anonymity because the person wasn't authorized to speak on the record. Quote, we're continuing to collect and assess all available data, and we're in continuous open dialogue with regulators and health authorities to help inform a COVID-19 vaccine strategy as the virus evolves, said Pfizer spokeswoman Jerica Pitts. And those are the headlines at the top of the hour. Very sad about that, the thing with the cops here, man. So when the boy is running down this alley, right? Adam Toledo, 13 years old. It's the middle of the night. He's out with somebody he had no business being with. All that is true. He was in the wrong place. All of it is true. You got it. You're right. He shouldn't have been. As he's running down this alley with this man that he was hanging out with, I'm gonna adjust this so you can see me better. There you go. As he was hanging out with, he turn on more light. He's running from the cops. Cops are chasing him on foot. Cops got their guns out. He hides, like there's a space in the fencing. And as he's trying to go through the fence, the officer says, freeze, drop it. When you see Adam Toledo's hands, he doesn't have anything in his hands. And that's on the video. And as he puts his hands up, the officer shot him. That's on the video too. And it is major. It's a major, major disappointment that that police officer was not punished for killing a 13-year-old boy. When we come back, we'll have entertainment news. It's The Drive with Mario Smith here on Backchannel.tv. Welcome back to The Drive with Mario Channel.tv. One of the people I've always wanted to meet in my life is Dolly Parton. Oh, I think she is the best. She is really, really an amazing person. And I just always like Dolly Parton. I have other reasons why I like Dolly Parton, but I like Dolly Parton a lot. And Dolly Parton told the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, thanks, but no thanks. She's announced that she is pulling out of this year's nominations for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, saying she hasn't earned that right. The music icon, who's been elected to the Country Music Hall of Fame, explained her decision in a statement posted on her official social media pages yesterday, noting she did not want to take votes away from the remaining nominees. Here's her quote. Even though I am extremely flattered and grateful to be nominated for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, I don't feel that I've earned that right. I really do not want votes to be split because of me, so I must respectfully bow out, she wrote. Other artists who have made both the Rock and Roll and Country Hall of Fame include Brenda Lee, Johnny Cash, Elvis, Chet Atkins, Hank Williams, and the Everly Brothers. Parton was named on the Rock Hall shortlist last month alongside fellow first-time nominees Eminem, Lionel Richie, Duran Duran, and A Tribe Called Quest. The Cleveland-based institution announced 17 artists and groups being considered for induction, also including Rage Against the Machine, Pat Benatar, Dionne Warwick, Carly Simon, Judas Priest, and Beck. The other nominees are Kate Bush, Devo, Eurythmics, Fela Kuti, MC5, and the New York Dolls. All right, Gliss, let's play the game. Who's going to get in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame now that Dolly is out? You ready? I'm ready. Here we go. Eminem, is he in or out?
Sorry, I'm here. He's
I'm not watching you. I'm looking at you, but I'm just watching the thing. Eminem gets in?
He's gonna get in he just became the RIAA, the most certified singles in history. I mean, just his numbers, he's gonna get in.
Lionel Richie.
I think he should get in.
Yes, he should get in because he was in the Commodores, but that's just Duran.
I think they should be in.
I don't think they're going to get in this time.
I don't know if they'll get in. Yeah, the first. Yeah, that's the only thing. I don't know that they will, but for me, yes.
Yeah, I like Duran a lot. They should get in, but I don't think they're going to. A Tribe Called Quest in.
Yes, absolutely. Not even like
in. They're in. They have to be in. And Fight Dog's new album is coming out. The group announced yesterday, I think, or earlier today, or something like that. Okay, Rage Against the Machine.
Again, I think they should. That's a very impactful band. We'll see if they get in on the first. I mean, the reason I say is like just body of work sometime I think is one of the criterias that would come into play. And they've taken a lot of hiatuses. But for impact, I mean, they're in for me, but
yeah, I'm just thinking Rage prop. That's a tough one. They may not get in.
I think they may not as well. Again, I think I would put them in. I think they have a huge impact in just their, for someone like myself, and people that are big fans of theirs. I think they're so socially conscious in their music. So for a lot of personal reasons, I think they're a very impactful band. But I don't know if they get in the first time.
I don't think they get in the first time. Where are we? Pat Benatar in probably.
Yeah.
Dionne Warwick in. She should get in. But she may not, but she should. Carly Simon in. Judas Priest in. I think they I think they let them in. Grass Puddle said Dolly Parton automatically wins everything. You damn right, Grass Puddle. She's the great. Ooh, I love Dolly Parton.
She's awesome. Woo! Yeah,
I think she is so cool. I would love to have a conversation with her.
She has her own theme park. Like, how cool is that?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Like, only someone like Dolly Parton has their own theme park.
Your own freaking theme park.
But yeah, she's just like the whole package, man. She's so cool.
Yeah, she's just a really, really cool person. Let me run over some more of these names. Run over. Beck, not in. That's not yet. Come on, stop.
Not yet.
He's dope though. I love Beck, but no.
Oh yeah, he's had some great albums.
Absolutely. Kate Bush. I don't know if enough Americans realize how good Kate Bush is. She's like Peter Gabriel to me. Probably not. Devo, yes. Yes, absolutely. Devo gets in. The Eurythmics, yes, they should. Fela Kuti should be in too, but he's not going to get in, but he should be in. Fela, yes. Fela should be in. MC5, they're going to probably let them in. I think everybody we've named so far is in, and the New York Dolls in. Dolly Parton says, I do hope that the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame will understand and be willing to consider me again if I'm ever worthy. Look at that. This has, however, inspired me to put out a hopefully great rock and roll album at some point in the future, which I have always wanted to do. My husband is a total rock and roll freak and has always encouraged me to do one. I wish all of the nominees good luck and thank you again for the compliment. Parton concludes, rock on. She is the greatest, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Didn't know she was married. I'm very disappointed. Sally is looking for her phone. If anyone has seen Sally's phone, she's in California. Could you please get her phone? She's asking her device to find her phone. Dennis Johnson is here. How you doing, Dennis? Nice to meet you. Amelia's here. Paul is here. Easton is here. Martin as well. Martin's in Ohio. What's up, Martin? Digital entertainment in 2021 exploded across the board, according to a report from the MPA, the Motion Picture Association. Before the pandemic, the theatrical and digital markets for entertainment were roughly similar in size. Last year, however, Oh, where'd you go? Last year, however, digital revenue was 3 times that of global box office, according to a new report by the Motion Picture Association. The MPA's annual study of theatrical and home entertainment, published yesterday, crystallized just how much streaming has come to dominate the media landscape. In 2021, the digital market accounted for 72% of the combined theatrical and home market. In 2019, digital accounted for $45.5 billion worldwide. Last year, it ballooned to $71.9 billion. It's a million streaming services, literally at least 10 of them. And I am trying so hard not to be on one of them. I don't want it. I got Disney Plus. By the way, Miss Marvel, the trailer dropped today. Ooh, 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 ooh. They do it again. Disney Plus, man. That might be the best one out of all of them. There's Paramount Plus, there's Hulu, there's Netflix, there's I just said there's HBO Max,
Apple
TV Plus, which I also have because of Ted Lasso.
I think that's most of them.
Yeah,
Hulu, Netflix.
Yeah, Hulu, Netflix, Paramount Plus.
I think we covered them.
Yeah, and then don't go to the sports ones, Fubo or Fubo.
Oh yeah,
all that. I don't need all that. You look. This is what I do. So in the
they make
winter
it so
time,
hard.
They do make it difficult because there's
like,
a lot of good content on those things.
Yeah, because it's like it for the thing. It was like for a while. It's
Amazon
like,
Prime. How did we forget Amazon Prime?
Prime is one of the other huge ones too.
Yeah.
But it's like, you make the decision to finally cut cable, and then here you are, and you're just paying for every app under the sun. It's like because there's like great programming on each of them.
Yeah.
But each one's unique, so it's kind of like you have to kind of pick and choose. I have found some tricks you can do if you're just going for a particular show, but
I'm excited about and I'm not trying to shield for the corp, but I'm excited about Amazon for football. I'm really excited that they're gonna they may end up getting Al Michaels to do their broadcast, and I'm down for that. A Thursday night broadcast with Al Michaels because Joe Buck and Troy Aikman are going to be on ESPN. Which does that take Joe Buck away from doing baseball? No more World Series with Joe Buck?
I was wondering that too, because he's pretty he's just as well known on the baseball side of things, if not more, because of his father. I mean, his father was one of the great baseball announcers
of all time. Jack Buck was that dude. I don't believe what I just saw. When he's running, I'm so old and I'm hurt, but I hit that home run. That was a great night. I watched that game. That was a good game. So I mean, I feel like for me, 2 is fine. Disney Plus is fine, and the Apple is fine, and I've already got Amazon, of course. That's fine. I just don't need all of it. I don't like in the winter time. What I do is I'll get Netflix because I'm going to be in the house, and I had it during COVID. I had it during all COVID because I knew I wasn't going outside. But the summertime, I'm not watching TV in my house. Get out of here.
And Netflix is one of those things you can kind of come and go because the benefit of Netflix is everything is just there for you to binge watch. So it's like, so I had been hearing a lot about the show Ozark. So when I had my knee surgery a couple weeks ago, I just dove in, and now I'm halfway through the entire show. So yeah,
Ozark is pretty decent.
Yeah, it's good. So yeah, I mean, Netflix, you can kind of come and go because most of it's still going to be there when you come back.
And I mean, for me, again, if it's not like baseball related, I'm not watching TV in the summer. I'm at a game. I'm trying to do other things besides or
enjoy the sun.
Or at that time I would be at work all the time, so there was no point in me having Netflix. But I'm not discouraging anyone from not getting Amazon Prime. Please consider Amazon Prime. The Linda Lindas. If you haven't heard about the Linda Lindas, and I'm reading off the phone because I can't make this thing work here for some reason. And I know the reason. The Linda Lindas, man. Punk rock at its finest. And they're in California, of course. Bella Salazar, Lucia Garza, Eloise Wong, and Mila de la Garza, the Linda Lindas, teenagers. It's amazing sound. They make noise, man. They make good, stupid noise. And if you are not familiar with the Linda Lindas, I am encouraging you to go get some Linda Lindas in your life. Not so much punk rock. You know, people don't know a category, so they'll automatically assume something is either hip hop or punk. But they are rock and roll, very much so, and they are loud and they are hardcore, man. They're good. The Linda Lindas, do it. And then we got to say goodbye to the bad guy, Scott Hall, Razor Ramon, died at 63. He was on life support. He had 3 heart attacks in a day, and he passed away yesterday. He's a founding member of the NWO. He had been placed on life support after suffering a series of heart attacks and developing a blood clot following a planned hip surgery. Early Monday morning, Hall's longtime friend and tag team partner Kevin Nash posted on Instagram that Hall will be removed from life support at Wellstar Kensington Hospital in Marietta, Georgia, once Hall's family could be in place. And the WWE confirmed last night at the start of its Raw program that Hall had passed away. One of the most charismatic and captivating wrestlers. I don't need to read this. Scott and Bliss, I know you're with me on it. Scott Hall was that dude. He provided a bit of entertainment that other wrestlers just couldn't do. Like I said earlier, it's almost like they pulled him off the street and they were like, "Yo, look, say this." And he's like, "Okay, I'll do it. I don't care." And he played the whole fake, like he was a Latino for a while when he was Razor Ramon. And then he dropped that and
loved Razor Ramon.
Oh man, he was hilarious.
The Razor's Edge is also one of my favorite all-time wrestling finishers for sure. In fact, Jack, he's now very much into wrestling, and we have one of the games on PS5, and I'm like, he'll be trying to choose which characters he's going to buy, and I'm always like pointing out, like, yeah, get Razor Ramon.
Get Razor Ramon. That's right.
I need the Razor's Edge.
The Razor's Edge. He was so good at being that character. He was really, really good at it. I don't know if you're familiar with the rapper West Side Gun.
Yep. Yeah.
West Side Gun. That was like one of his best friends.
Scott really?
Hall. Yeah, and I didn't know that until today. And they were very close. And West Side Gun said that he modeled his career and everything after Razor Ramon. I thought that to be very interesting. An amazing wrestler, a really good wrestler too. It wasn't all just character. He could go. He was a big man, and he put his weight on you. You knew it. And in the NWO with him, Hulk Hogan, and Scott Nash, that was a thing. And it's sad to see people like that who are part of your childhood make their exit, and it's hard to explain to people who don't get what that feeling is like. But yeah, Razor Ramon, Scott Hall, dead at the age of 63. I guess on Raw last night they did the tribute to the fallen wrestler where they hit the bell, and they did that for him, I hope. On the radio here in Chicago, my buddy Lawrence Holmes definitely did it on his show today, which was super cool that he paid tribute to Scott Hall. And that's all I got on that, man. I just think he was a great, great wrestler and amazingly interesting character. And he did his job. Rest well, brother. Rest well. Let's take a quick break. Come back and play ball. I'm sorry. Let's take a quick break and come back with Dylan T. Pickle Sports Report. It's The Drive with Mario Smith and my man Jay Bliss in Portland, Oregon, here on Backchannel.tv, YouTube, and on your Amazon-supported devices. We'll be back. They didn't see that, did they? Quickly. Anyway, it's time for the Dylan T. Pickle Sports Report. We got to update our open, man, so it can reflect the great that is Dylan T. Pickle. He is the best mascot ever. Oh God, I'm so excited about this. That's gonna be cool. Here are the best picks in each region to make you maybe some money and win your bracket. To the Cinderella teams you should probably consider in each region of the tournament. In the South Regional, number 12 seed UAB, led by former Ole Miss coach Andy Kennedy. The Blazers are dancing into the NCAAs for the first time since 2015 and doing so with style after winning their final 4 regular season games and running the table in the Conference USA tournament. Haven't seen this team, can't really speak on them, don't know much about them. In the Midwest Regional, number 13 seed South Dakota State finished with a 30-4 record. Never saw them, but I imagine they must be good. Good team. I did see Davidson, the number 10 seed in the West Regional. They go up against Michigan State and then maybe Duke. A loss in the A-10 title game to Richmond rubbed some shine off the darling Davidson Wildcats, Seth Curry's old team. But Bob McKillop's bunch can ball with a slow plotting style buttressed by great shooting. They win with efficiency and top-end talent. Luka Brazokovic is the player of the year in their conference, and Hyunjung Lee and Foster Laurier were all A-10 performers. Davidson is good. Davidson is very good. Michigan State, I think they can get Michigan State. If they aren't careful, they will lose that first game to Davidson. In the East, number 11, Virginia Tech, who I've also seen. Not a good basketball team, 23-12, but it's the NCAA tournament. And anybody, and I mean anybody, can win a game in that stupid tournament. And you got to be careful because you will mess around and find, like, I think Gonzaga's going to lose that first game. I don't know why that is burning in me so much. I don't win the first game. Hey, Philip said, turn off Backchannel. I hope you did, Philip. I hope you did. Dad is on the stream. He's in LaGrange. Stephanie's here, too. Nicole is on the stream as well. Yeah. Philip said, turn off Backchannel. That's awesome. People are cool. They're so cool. Quinn Snyder, who coaches the Utah Jazz, has been rumored as Greg Popovich's replacement. I mean, they've had coaches in house like Becky Hammond, who is was while she's on the Las Vegas Aces now. Ime Udoka coaches the Celtics. Tom Thibodeau at one time was a coach for the San Antonio Spurs. But according to Mark Stein, Utah coach Quinn Snyder is now rumored to be a candidate to eventually replace Pop. And on paper, it makes plenty of sense. He was at the University of Missouri, didn't really do too well there. He came back to professional basketball, hosting the San Antonio's G League affiliate, the Austin Toros. And he got a job in Atlanta under Mike Budenholzer, also coached under Greg Popovich, before he got a job with the Jazz. Snyder's under contract with the Jazz, however, but he's won 58% of the games he's coached with the Jazz. I could see that happening. Couldn't you see that, Glass? That
it seems
that Quinn Snyder is the dude?
Yeah, I think I could kind of see in just kind of philosophically how that would, be a easy transition or a good fit. It seems like
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It seems like Quinn Snyder kind of values some of the same things that his teams embody when you look at someone like Greg Popovich. So I could see why that would be an easy transition there.
I can see them not ever asking Tom Thibodeau to do anything for them. I can see that.
I could see that. Yeah. He seems difficult.
Well, I blame him for ruining Derrick Rose.
Yeah,
I think
He
he's
seems
the
like a
one.
difficult person.
Yeah, I believe he ruined Derrick Rose, and I'm not sure Derrick Rose's knee goes up or any of that if that's a different coach coaching him. I know Derrick Rose loves him. I blame him for that. And I will
Yeah.
always blame him for it. I was glad when they got rid of him here. Like, good, go somewhere else. And now he's destroyed the Knicks. So congratulations to all you Knicks fans that have to deal with that mess because he's horrible. Carl Anthony Towns, a guy I like a lot as a person and as a player,
Too.
went off last night. A 60-point, 17 rebound game. Stop it. That's a video game stat. And he didn't know he had 32 points in a quarter. When he got interviewed after the game, he goes, I had what? I thought that was so cool that he was so into the game that he did not get it. He said, I told coach before the game, listen, we need this win. I'll do whatever it takes. Town said, if I need to play 44, 48 minutes, I'll get it done. That was the kind of mindset I came in with. I had to dominate. I had to be my best. He shot 19 for 31. He grabbed 17 rebounds and finished 7 for 11 on threes. Wow. He surpassed his previous career high of 56 points against the Atlanta Hawks on March 28th, 2018, which had been the franchise mark. Um, Talk about LeBron here and Trey Young, both having season highs this year, league highs of 56 points. Minnesota 7-foot All-Star capped his dazzling outburst by draining a three-pointer with 139 remaining shortly after making one of two free throws to reach 57 points. Towns is the first player in NBA history to reach the benchmarks of 60 points, 15 rebounds, and 60% shooting, three-point shooting in a game. That's crazy. When is his contract up? Can he come to the Bulls? Because they need a center. Because Vucevic ain't it. And by not being it, I mean he ain't it. Carl was fantastic, Popovich said. He drove it. He shot it. They played the Spurs last night. He always plays hard. He's a hell of a player. It's not like it was a surprise, but tonight he was special. Towns had 32 points in the third quarter, the fourth most in a single quarter over the past 25 seasons. His coach, Craig Finch, said, they were selling out to protect the rim with everything else we were trying to do. He had to match up, and they didn't have an answer for him. We definitely needed it, and he stepped up. The game got chippy in the third. No kidding. It's Patrick Beverly, and he got tangled up with Murray and Collins on separate possessions. The skirmishes led fueled a 16-7 run for the Wolves that gave them a 112-99 lead with 2:30 remaining in the quarter. Towns had 56 points through the first three periods. He sat down with 6:34 remaining shortly after picking up his fourth and fifth fouls within 45 seconds, but came back on the floor with 3 minutes left to set his career high. Towns said he asked Finch what he needed to do or what he wanted to do, and that the coach told him, go get 60. So I just went out there, tried to be really aggressive, and got 60. That's a night. That's a career for most players. 60, 17, and 60% from the field. That's a night, man. You don't have those nights in the NBA often.
No. Yeah, that's impressive. But like you said, he's a very talented player, very unique skill set as well. So
he's
good for him.
He's good in the post. I mean, he's just a good basketball player. I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with my Chicago Bulls, and I like Vooch. I think Vooch is cool and all, but this ain't it. They got to get a big man in the draft. They need an Embiid, a Towns. They need somebody that's they need to go to Orlando and rob them of Mo Bamba or somebody. Get somebody in here to play center. Have you been hearing what Kevin? I almost called him Kevin Garnett. What Kevin Durant has been saying about how silly it is that the city of New York won't let Kyrie Irving play basketball. And
I've heard a little bit.
Yeah, this is tough. I don't disagree with him. At this point, they've released or relaxed rather their mask mandate and all these other things. But this could have been resolved months ago if Kyrie would have just got it vaccinated.
Yeah.
I mean,
I guess he's sticking to his guns on that.
Oh, he is to the bitter end. It just seems like that would have been an easier thing to do. Maybe Kevin Durant saying to him, hey, man, we need you. If we're going to try to do this, we don't need you part-time. We need you full-time. Go get vaccinated and help us win this thing. He didn't want to do that. So the NBA fined the Nets $50,000 on Monday for letting Kyrie Irving into their locker room during a game in which he was unable to play because he's not vaccinated. You can't be in a locker room in the NBA unless you are a vaccinated person. He's the only player, if I'm not mistaken, in the whole league that has not been, as far as we know, vaccinated.
I believe. Yeah, I mean,
I haven't heard
can't
about
think of
anybody.
anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Andrew Wiggins was a big one before the season, but he kind of reluctantly decided to
He
go ahead
found
and
out how
do it,
much found out how much
and he's
money he
having a
wasn't
good
going to
season
make.
too. Yeah, he's having a
Yeah.
good season too.
Yeah. Andrew Wiggins has been doing work, but they you know, don't you don't want to. I mean, you're participating or you're not, and I, I'm amazed that the NBA has not. Okay, so it's twofold. I'm surprised the NBA hasn't went harder against the city of New York and said, like, look, you relaxed all the mandates, let them play. But I
Right.
get why they're
Yeah.
not letting them play. And if that's
Yeah.
still the rule, dude, you weren't vaccinated, so no, you don't get to play. I think I'm mixed on it. I really just think you should have gotten vaccinated. That would have taken care of all of it. You're a professional athlete, dude. If they
I
don't have the
totally
best
agree.
doctors, yeah. If they don't have the best doctors in the world for you, who does? And then number two, I understand everybody being upset that he's not playing because you say it's okay now. So
Yeah,
um,
I'm kind of with you on that because I think 3 months ago I was thinking that Kyrie Irving looked like he was kind of taking an entitled opinion on the whole thing. But now that
yeah.
things have changed, I also need to give him the benefit of the doubt. And as you said, I believe it was Doris Burke or someone that was on the telecast the other day that when he showed up at showed up at that game, and they were kind of commenting, that it's crazy because, there's players on the bench without masks on, and yet
Mm-hmm.
he can't play in the game because of, the local
I just think that's
guidelines.
odd. I
Yeah.
think that's super odd. But he walked off arm in arm with Kyrie. I mean, with Durant into the locker room, and the NBA was like, "Okay, got to get him $50,000." I do know. I'm not trying to like gas on anybody's wife or girlfriend or anything. If that woman he was with is his wife, she is a very beautiful woman. Oh, she is really, really pretty. So, my man, good for you, Kyrie, on that one. I agree with you there, but not everything else. Around the world of sports tonight at 10:30 Eastern time, the Panthers take on the Sharks in the NHL. The NBA, it must be TNT night tonight. The Grizzlies go against the Pacers at 7 p.m. Eastern. The Nets also take on the Magic tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern. 7:30 Eastern, the Pistons against the Miami Heat. And at 8 p.m. Eastern, the Suns against the Pelicans. And as a reminder, this Thursday on March 17th, it's St. Patrick's Day, of course. And after you've established that you've enjoyed everything, the cabbage and the beer, cream beer, which is weird, but you drank it and you loved it, tune in to Back Channel for a debut special event at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. It's the premiere of Bedtime Stories. The popular Volley app is now part of the Back Channel TV family. And Stephen Cosgrove will be sharing his favorite St. Patrick's Day stories with parents and the little lads and lasses alike. And he's also going to give you a wee quiz at the end of the story. So gather the kids and the adults this Thursday, 2 days from now, on St. Patrick's Day at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and say to your smart device, open Back Channel, and enjoy this new addition to the Back Channel family. And a happy St. Patrick's Day to you and yours. Shall we check and see what's going on in the chat? Nothing much. Tracy's
Yes.
joined. Tracy's here in Tennessee. Hey, Tracy. How you doing? Hey, I keep looking at my old camera. I'm supposed to be looking at. Donna's on the stream as well. Reno is here. Blair, Paul, and Nicole. Thank you all. Even you, Philip. Thank you. Truly appreciate you. Anything doing in your room here? Gary T says, how many acts will be selected? 5? Yeah, man, I thought about that as I was reading off every name. They're only going to select 5, maybe 6. So probably not so realistic that me and Gliss picked everybody to get into the Rock Hall of Fame.
But they're all good. We like all different kinds of music.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think those are going to be some good choices. Well, whoever they got good ones. They got good.
I got a question for you. Do you like fitted caps? Is that what you usually purchase?
Yeah, that's right. There you go.
All right.
You must be looking at the Dylan T. Pickles hats.
I'm just checking out some stuff. Yeah, just
Right. I wear
what's that?
7.5.
7.5 fitted.
Yeah, it's I have
put
a
that on the
gigantic head.
radar here.
That's right. To all of our family, get ready for Pickles hats. Portland Pickles, baby. We're running with the Portland Pickles not to. And it have to come from the Pickles themselves. They're gonna have to be like, stop it, please. Don't support us.
I'm sure they'd probably love it.
Oh, well, they got to. I'm sure they've gotten wind by now that we're out there talking lovely about the man, the myth, and the legend, Dylan T. How can you not like that? That dude looks like he smokes a lot, enjoys his life. He rides a 3-wheeler. He can the orchestra. He does it all. He wears a nice suit.
Chicken nuggets without even moving his teeth.
Whatever that was. Smile.
I don't know what kind of food that was, but
taco or something. A big giant chicken nugget for a man with a humongous pickle face. That's so stupid. Okay, we'll take a break and come back, and we'll give you a story that you can take to the dinner table or to the water cooler tomorrow. Dinner table tonight. It's something that'll be front of mind. We'll be back in a moment on The Drive with Mario Smith. It's Backchannel.tv. Don't listen to Philip. Backchannel.tv, YouTube, and your Amazon supported devices. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody, as we close out our night. Across the world, volunteers are taking the elderly and people with disabilities out for spins on special tricycles to enjoy the great outdoors. It's called Cycling Without Age, and the group is finally up and riding again in Scotland following the relaxation of COVID-19 restrictions, and they are delighted to be re-engaging with their scientifically proven method for enhancing well-being in seniors. Cycling Without Age began in Denmark in 2012 when two good-hearted people, including Ole Kassau, Ole Kassau of Copenhagen, wanted to help the elderly and less able individuals get back on their bicycles. They designed a trishaw, with a two-person bench at the front where the passenger could sit and enjoy the view. Now there are over 2,700 chapters worldwide using well over 3,700 trishaws, and anyone can see the obvious benefits on the faces of people in the carriages. The Scottish government immediately supported the nonprofit as it chartered its service in 2017. Today, it's available for free in almost every part of the country. 27 local authorities are participating in the project, which has already provided rides to 43,000 Scots, thanks to thousands of volunteer peddlers. Passengers and pilots alike are back enjoying sea and mountain views in some of the most beautiful regions Scotland has to offer. In an effort to quantify the value of CWA, the lab at Hurlot Watt University in Edinburgh worked independently to measure the effects of a ride day versus a non-ride day on dozens of participants who had taken at least 4 rides. Asked to describe their mood, stress, and energy levels using a scientific scale, they showed a strong improvement on ride days. Quote, they give them the right to win, give them, what? This is written weird. They give them the right to win in their hair. No, it's not, said a representative. Although the service incurs zero cost to the riders, the bikes reportedly cost $13,000 each. But that hasn't slowed down the movement. From Chicago suburbs to Bolivia, from Littleton, Colorado to Togo and Malaysia, CWA is combating loneliness and isolation in 52 countries, 1 mile and kilometer at a time. And that's a cool word. It's not bad at all. How about that? So they need to get those in Oregon, and I guess they're in the suburbs here in town. I did not know that.
That's good.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Clock is back, by the way. He was here a couple days ago. Melissa's here too.
Clock?
She's in Oregon. What's up, Clock? Cora, Tracy, Donna. Hello, everyone. Born on this day. Where was it? Oh wow, they just went away. Oh, there it is. On this day, not born on this day, but on this day in 1991, a day that most people, especially out on the West Coast, won't soon forget. 4 police officers are charged with beating Rodney King in Los Angeles. In 2004, 10 days after being convicted in a stock scandal, Martha Stewart resigns from the board of Martha Stewart Living Omni Media. On this day in 1963, Bret Michaels from Poison, the guitar player with the long hair, is born. He's 59 years old. Mark McGrath from Sugar Ray is 54 today. And rock DJ, Joseph Hahn from Linkin Park. Before I looked at that, I was about to say rock DJ. What?
Rock DJ.
I had to remember Linkin Park had a DJ. That's right. Joseph Hahn is actually a really good DJ. Turned 45 today. Yeah, he's dope. On this day in music history, in 1969, Janis Joplin appears on the cover of Rolling Stone magazine. In 1973, Al Green appeared on the cover of Rolling Stone magazine as well. And Sarah by Jefferson Starship in 1986 is the #1 song in the U.S. Top 40 chart. All right, I got time. Good thing. Here's some weird news. Kremlin memos urged Russian media to use Tucker. Yep, it's getting to the end. Tucker Carlson clips. The Fox News primetime host Tucker Carlson has been widely accused of echoing Russian propaganda about the invasion of Ukraine. According to a report on Sunday earlier this month, the Putin regime in Moscow sent out an instruction to friendly media outlets: use more clips of Tucker Carlson. It is essential to use as much as possible fragments of broadcasts of the popular Fox News host Tucker Carlson, who sharply criticizes the actions of the United States and NATO, their negative role in unleashing the conflict in Ukraine, and the defiantly proactive behavior from the leadership of the Eastern countries in NATO towards the Russian Federation and towards President Putin personally. Tucker is a bit much.
Yeah.
So the rules on underwear color and hair to be eased in Tokyo. Controversial school rules, including on underwear color and dyeing hair, will be more relaxed in public high schools run by the Tokyo Metropolitan Government during the 2022 academic year. Rules asking students with naturally curly or non-black hair to voluntarily submit proof of their natural hair will be abolished. After seeking input from students, teachers, and parents, that's wild, right? The Metropolitan Board of Education decided to allow the bob hairstyle, even though it exposes the nape of the neck. Ponytails or pigtails, however, could cause too much excitement. Underwear can now be gray, black, or navy blue instead of just white. Remind me when I go to Tokyo not to color my hair and make sure that I have plenty of colored. New Mexico's governor just signed a bill to make college tuition free. This is good news. The state of New Mexico just made college officially tuition free. Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham recently signed Senate Bill 140, otherwise known as the New Mexico Opportunity Scholarship Act, first introduced in 2019. The plan will waive tuition for any students attending any in-state public school or tribal college, including community colleges. The funding allotted to the program could support up to 35,000 students this fall alone. A fully funded opportunity scholarship opens the door to every New Mexican and reach higher, strengthening to reach higher, strengthening the economy, families, and communities. And that is my feeble attempt at reading what's going on in the world. I'm with it on the hey Miller, how you doing? You joined the stream along with Carter and Mary. I'm with it on free tuition for college, man. If I had college age kids, we'd move to New Mexico tonight. We gotta go. Gotta get you in school. But I don't, and that's probably a good thing. Yeah. What's on your plate for tonight, man?
Oh man, I don't know. I can't even.
You having trouble today? You having trouble?
I can't. I can't even remember what's going on right now.
Stupid time change. I know how you feel. I tricked myself into thinking I'm okay. A friend of mine just called me and she's like, "Are you all right?" I don't know if she's watching the show or not, but I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine." But the stupid time change has me all screwed up.
Yeah, I think taking it easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a meeting to go to in a few. Yeah, and then I have another meeting after that. I'm being asked to come up to the north side of the city. I'm going to be tired by then. And and then that's it for me. I'm keeping it close to the home. I'm not doing too much traveling. I have a person I want to see, so I'm going to try to say hello and see them. And then home. I'm sorry, it's not exciting at all. I have no excitement. The meeting stuff is exciting though, because one of the people I'm meeting is a poet by the name of Harold Green, who has a new book coming out tonight. It's his book release party as well here in the neighborhood, and I want to get him on the show. So I got to talk to him. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I got to talk to him and see if we can make that happen or not. If you folks are looking for me, I'm on Twitter, Mario in Hyde Park. I'm also the host of a couple of podcasts, including one called Who You Got that you can hear on Podbean, and another called Randomly Selected that you can get anywhere, wherever podcasts are available. Mr. Gliss, have a good night, and I will see you on Wednesday, which is tomorrow. We got the days right? It's tomorrow.
Yeah. It's just the hours that are messed up so far.
They haven't changed the days yet. Thanks, man. I appreciate it, brother.
All right, see ya.
Marbia here in Illinois. You just joined and we're about to bounce. Thank you all for being on the drive today. If you're a passenger, that's Marbia, Mary, Clock, Philip, Martin, Milo, Karima's London, Melinda, Miller, Melissa, Mary, all you guys. Thank you so much for being on, and Philip. Thank you so much for being on the drive today. We hope that you have a wonderful evening. Please be mindful of the time change and adjust your microwaves accordingly. As the sun makes its slow descent into the west, my name is Mario Smith, and you've been watching The Drive with Mario Smith here on Backchannel.tv. Backchannel.tv is about to end its broadcast day, but we'll be back tomorrow at 6 a.m. with Haley and Allison at 6 a.m. Eastern Time. On behalf of all the men and women at Backchannel.tv, have a wonderful evening, and thank you for watching today.